What's up everybody, welcome back to another video by Drunk Fresh Green 34, and today we're going to be doing a review on Royce Revsley, another Salt Flats racer from the Cars on the Road episode, I believe titled Salt Fever. I think that's episode 3. And I talked about this in my Kirsten Marshall review, who is another Salt Flats racer, but I was basically saying that the Salt Fever one was one of my favorites, despite it being the very obvious, like, hey, we need to do an episode with racers type thing. Um, but I actually kind of liked it because it was a new style of racing. It was a new, as McQueen says, they got their own culture out in the Salt Flats. I thought that was really, really cool that Pixar tried to explore that. My only problem is it wasn't really fleshed out that well, and it led to some very questionable choices with the die casts, as we will discuss later. Um, but yeah, without further ado, let's get into the package review. So Royce, oh my God, what case was he in? Case L, I want to say, of 2022? No, I think he was in the one before that. Um, no, wait, I don't remember. There, I think it was case L. Um, and he was an interesting one because he very quickly became a very milked Salt Flats racer because he got the single release, he got a release in the accessory 2-packs line, and then he came out in the Salt Flats 9-pack, all within like 2 months of each other. It was crazy. A weird time to be a Salt Flats collector, I guess, because you were going to end up with so many Royces, all within a short period of time. But this is the one I found in a store at Walmart. I haven't found the accessory pack, and I haven't been able to get the 9-pack, so we're just going to review the single, and if I get a duplicate Royce down the line, I'll deal with it then. Of course, we have some very nice artwork. I think this artwork was like leaked on a, or not leaked, but shown on a Pixar map that they gave out at like D23, and it had like a map of all the destinations in the show. I think they used this artwork. Or maybe this was in a magazine, actually. I think this was in some kind of like magazine or activity book. Maybe? I don't know, I'm getting mixed up here. He was, of course, new for 2022. And then all on the road products have this map here, including Salt Flats, which is the only one that they actually name on this map. As seen in Cars on the Road, with Racing Center Cruz Ramirez, Royce himself for some reason, Road Trip McQueen, K Pillar DeRev, Speed Demon, and Griswold. So, with all that said and done, let us tear into him. Alright, so when I was opening him, I kind of tore the artwork, but I was able to salvage the part that I wanted to show off. So if you look on this little sliver of the artwork, you can see that he has just blank, standard wheels, which makes sense. And then he has absolutely just pure white, almost look like lifesaver candies on the diecast. I'm disappointed, which might be an understatement. Kirsten Marshall did not have this problem. As I mentioned in that video, Mattel kinda is flip-flopping on how they want to do the Salt Flats cars. Kirsten has no salt on his tires, and then you have cars like Royce who have too much salt on their tires. It looks terrible. I think it just looks super tacky, unrealistic, and what makes this so annoying is that there were prototype pictures leaked of this guy with normal tires that had like a little bit of salt on them. It was perfect. They looked like they had the right amount of detail, is what I'm trying to say. And then they just didn't release that for some reason. And I don't know why. It doesn't make sense to me. But with that rant out of the way, we can get into reviewing the rest of the car. So he's almost like a dune buggy type model. I'm not really sure. Volkswagen dune buggy, I think, is a brand, maybe. I'm not really sure. Very reminiscent of like Shifty Sidewinder. I think that's his name from like the Radiator Springs 500 and a half. That might be his name. I don't know. I'm thinking of like the orange one. Sandy Dunes. Wait, no, I think it's Sandy Dunes is the one I'm thinking of. In any case, though, like the expression, actually, It's generic happy one. He's looking straight, pretty robotic, but I don't know, it looks pretty nice. It's different from Kirsten's, so I'll take it. And I really do like how like the body droops down like this, and this yellow um, design here. I don't really know what you call it. These just yellow lines kind of droop down with it, and they get smaller and smaller until they reach the point here, and then they just disappear, which is cool. He's got this like silver streak in the middle, which is not a part of the paintwork. That is something I think that's used to like open the hood. And then there's another dot there. Wow, look at that font. That looks bad. 523A. Not really a fan of that font, gotta say. Sorry for that little jump cut there, but yeah, anyways, as I was saying, that font is so generic. It literally looks like a default font from like Microsoft Word. Fortunately though, these fonts don't look as bad, I would say. It's got NIC written there. Don't know what that means. Again, this is why I kind of wish they went more in depth in the Salt Flats episode, because like, I don't know what half this terminology means. And then under that, in a little yellow box, it says OLAS 523A. Now 523A, of course, is his number, but I don't know what the OLAS is. I didn't mention this, but he's solid red all the way up top here, and then mostly down here, you can see outlined in silver is this little area, but then there's this yellow, almost looks like a shark fin type curve that goes up like this, and you have 523A written again there. He doesn't have fenders on his front two wheels, but he does on the back two, which is cool. And then you've got the little stand. I don't know what you'd call that. The foot plate, basically, where you'd step on it to open the door. I think that's what that is. And then on the back, we have this interesting contraption. Don't really know what this is. I think this is his exhaust. Maybe? I have no idea what this could be. That's interesting. But there's this piece here that's protruding outward, which is round, which might be some kind of lever or switch. And then this could be like some kind of exhaust. I have no idea what this could be. It says 121SR up there with these three textured lines, actually. Interesting. A lot of numbers on here that I just am not familiar with. This is proving to be a very terrible video because I don't know half of this stuff. But yeah, interesting. On the base, made in the 39th week of 2022, made in Thailand. And you can see that these two bars from the back here, focus, extend all the way under the car, which is kind of cool. And yeah, it pretty much sums up Royce. I really want to know what this is now. Someone, please tell me in the comments, because I have no clue what it does. But yeah, maybe this has something to do with fuel, actually, because he doesn't have a gas cap, which I noticed, oddly. And now that I'm looking at my Gearston Marshall, Gearston doesn't have a gas cap either, which is interesting. But in any case, that's it for Royce. Overall, I think he's a pretty solid release, aside from the white tires. If the tires weren't pure white, it would literally look, I wouldn't say perfect, honestly. That is my only gripe. But here's everything I have from Salt Fever so far. Of course, it's just a regular road trip McQueen and Mayer, but they were in that episode, so it counts. And yeah, like I said, I'll leave a link to Gearston's review in the description if you want more Salt Fever fun. And yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on Royce. Please explain some of the terminology and parts to me because, yeah, this was just a big mystery for me. I don't know what the NIC means. I don't know what that stuff is in the back of Royce. It's confusing. It's a big mystery. And yeah, that is going to wrap it up for this video. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.